Welcome to Will's Low Production Value Cocktail Show. Starring Will. Today's drink is the Old Fashioned. Hi, I'm Will, and welcome to Will's Low Production Value Cocktail Show. Today we're going to be making the Old Fashioned, which is, I guess, the original cocktail. It's the defining recipe for a cocktail. The original sort of recipe, as it was published in 1804 or something, was any spirit, sugar, bitters, and water. Over time, this sort of developed to be largely a whiskey-based drink, but you can really make it with anything. Make it with gin, it's great. You can make it with cognac, it's great. The whiskey I'm going to be using today is Old Grandad Bourbon. It's pretty much my go-to cocktail making bourbon. It's high proof, it's bottled in bond, it's high rye, so there's some spicy notes to it, and I'm really all over it. I really like this bourbon. The bitters that I'm going to be using to make this drink are Angostura aromatic bitters. A lot of drinks call for aromatic bitters, and Angostura is the oldest, and maybe not the oldest, but certainly the most prolific. This would be good in 80% of drinks that call for aromatic bitters. I'm also going to spice mine up a bit with just a dash or two of orange bitters. This isn't traditional in any sense, but it's sort of nice to add a bit of bitter depth in your drink. So this is a drink that we can build in a glass. So we're just going to serve it in the glass that we make it in. We're going to start with a sugar cube or a teaspoon of sugar, just granulated sugar in the bottom of the glass. We're going to give enough bitters to sort of saturate this cube. So something like 4 or 5 good dashes of bitters. Don't be afraid. Bitters are really, really tasty. They'll help round the drink out and add a bit of depth of flavor to it. It's just a bit more than bourbon. So for you to give a fair bit, and you'll be pretty happy about it. So now that you have your cube that's kind of sitting in a little puddle of bitters, just take a spoon or a muddler or anything and just sort of smush it and get it dissolved. Sugar doesn't really dissolve very well in bitters because bitters are mostly alcohol and not quite a polar solvent that you need to break sugar apart. But in any case, just sort of get it into a weird paste at the bottom of your glass. Smear it around on the walls. Just make sure it's sort of broken up a bit. And then we'll add our spirit. So this drink usually calls for 2 ounces of your spirit. If you like it a bit less sweet, you can add a bit more. Something like 2.5 would be fine. Don't cut it too short. It's going to be pretty sweet as it is with just 2 ounces. So now we have everything together in this glass. We're going to stir it around, try and get a bit more of that sugar dissolved into it. What's nice about building it in the glass this way is that as your ice melts, more sugar is going to dissolve in it, so the drink's going to kind of change over the course of you drinking it. So now what we do is add a couple of ice cubes. I got 4 or so in there. And we're going to stir it around, keeping our hand on the glass so that we know when it's getting kind of chilled. Just sort of keep stirring it around. You're going to want to stir this for something like 30 seconds. Just to make sure it gets chilled and diluted properly. I'll top it up with ice after. I just want to make sure that it actually gets diluted right off the bat, so that we can dissolve as much sugar as possible. My glass is feeling pretty chilly. I'm going to add a couple more ice cubes just to top it up. Give it a quick stir around. And the traditional garnish for this is a citrus peel. I'm going to use an orange peel. You could use lemon, especially with rye whiskey. Rye whiskey cocktails go really, really nicely with lemon. You can even do both if you're feeling extra fancy. So I'm going to take as big and wide a swath of this orange peel as I can. Really using my big wide, this is a Swiss peeler, using the big wide peeler, getting a big piece of orange and sort of spraying it over top of the glass, giving it a little twist. Even rubbing it around the rim is nice. That way when you drink it, you get a bit of orange oils. Drop it in. Anyways, guys, this is an old fashioned as I like them. It's going to be super delicious. I hope you enjoy. Cheers.